Good question. Dr. Umar Johnson, how do we reach young brother who decided I'm going to change my name to Skittles and I'm going to wear gay stuff and paint? Do we?
Here's what I say, because
I love you, Skittles. I love you, brother, but I had to.
I've been on radio shows with members of the African American LGBTQ community. They come up to me, respectfully most of the time. They engage me in question, conversation. I've done therapy with them. Here's what I tell them. I'm not going to stop you from struggling for the best interest of your community. You have a right to do that. But your lifestyle is so in conflict and in contradiction to what I stand for that there's no way that you can join my organization and struggle next to me living such a blatant contradiction.
Wait. When did it become
Nationalism
yours? I thought it was the community. I thought it was the community. Why is it yours?
I'm speaking, because it's the community, but we have organizations within that community.
Right.
And as I just said a second ago, if a homosexual brother or sister wants to struggle in your organization, they can struggle in your organization. But their lifestyle is a contradiction to what that I'm living my life for. So they cannot struggle with me, but I'm not going to stop them from struggling with you.
Can I ask another question?
Sure.
So what gives you access to this community? Simply your skin color, right?
History, culture, land, not skin color. Skin color is only a symbol to something much deeper than that.
So
African people.
History and
the
culture.
Global African community.
Okay, history and culture and land. So what are we going to do about these people that do have access with their history, culture, and land to this that choose to make those decisions? What are we going to do with these people?
They have no place in my struggle.
Why? But see, that's
they have no place in my struggle.
The problem
because I'll tell you why.
Yours,
the lifestyle. Two
because
men
they are a part of the community.
Cannot, let me say this, sir.
Continue.
African culture, because you have to understand what African culture is in order to understand the contradiction. We are a people that are about family. Man, woman, and child. That's who we are. We are the mothers and fathers of civilization. For an African to say that I'm not going to reproduce my ancestors because I want to love up on another man or love up on another woman, that is a contradiction of who we are. It stops the evolutionary process of black life. In our culture, there's a male for the female. There's light for dark. There's water for land. There's wet for dry. There's sun for moon. We believe that when God created the universe, he put the balance of opposites, the balance and harmony of opposite energy. So when a man decides to go with a man, you are upsetting the natural spiritual balance and equilibrium of our universe. That's why we can't accept it. It's deeper than political. It's spiritual. We cannot accept it. I can love you, but I cannot allow you in my movement. You cannot be a role model for our children. Black men need to be men, and you cannot show them an example of you loving on another man, and by any stretch of the imagination, consider that to be normal and acceptable. Hell no.
Brother, I am sold on your movement, and I don't know how to articulate it that well to my lost generation of family members who I love dearly, like you said.
But no, we got to work with them though, because we need more of that dialogue. We can't. I'm open for the dialogue. I want to be clear.
How you going?
Although they cannot struggle with me in my movement, I'm open to the dialogue because we need this dialogue, because only through dialogue can we bring clarity. So I would never shut down the conversation.
But what does this dialogue look like if you're telling a person that is homosexual that they do not have access to a community that they identify with? What is that?
We're not saying they don't have access. They're already in the community, brother.
His organization.
They're already in the community.
Oh, his
organization.
Yeah, his organization. He's just saying it's just like white people. I was watching something and they were like, well, how can a white person like me help you? He was like, you can't, because you're not you can't help me.
You can't relate.
You can't relate. You're not black.
And that's correct. A white person cannot help you.
Malcolm X said the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I think I was watching.
Brother Doc, go ahead.
How can the beneficiary of racism help the victim of racism?
Right.
Well said, brother. We are up against it, brother. Again, let the people know.
Yes, indeed.
If we want the respect of our women and our children back, we're going to have to stand up and in some cases die for it. The white man has gotten arrogant with his disrespect of black women and children. He's gotten arrogant as hell because we don't stand up the way we used to.